Hi, my name is Gerardo and my team is Pablo, Eric, Luis, and Mauricio. And we're going to talk about the Protestant Reformation. What was the Protestant Reformation? The Protestant Reformation was a major 16th century European movement aimed initially at reforming the beliefs and practice of the Roman Catholic Church. Its religious aspects were supplemented by ambitious political rulers who wanted to extend their power and control at the expense of the Church. The Reformation officially began in 1517 when Martin Luther changed the Roman Church on the matter of indulgences. While Luther had no idea of the impact this would make on the German society and the world, this event changed the course of history.
On the eve of Reformation, the Church suffered from numerous evil practices, which greatly undermined the reputation of the Church and the churchmen. The entire organization of the Church, right now from Pope down to the priest, was corrupt and vicious. They neglected their dioceses and took keen interest in politics. Some of the clergy men had amassed huge wealth and were living a luxurious life. They often indulged in hunting expeditions and drinking parties and completely neglected their religious duties. In short, the Church consisted of unholy men in holy orders. Often the churchmen used the Church as a means of business. These people tried to make as much money as possible and liberally issued indulgences or pardon certificates against payment. This practice of issue of indulgences invited severe criticism and was described as a sale of licenses to commit sin.
Economic causes. The emergence of a strong middle classes also greatly contributed to the Reformation. The middle classes protested against the dominance of the old church because it was largely controlled by the upper classes and administered largely from the benefit. They looked down upon the artisans, merchants, lawyers, doctors, who constituted the middle class and were not willing to associate with them. In short, the middle classes wanted to free the church from the control of wealthy aristocracy, which looked down upon them and cared very little of their interests.
Political causes. A number of monarchs like Henry VIII considered the presence of a powerful church as a serious check on their authority because it was in many ways outside the king's authority and the property of the church was exempted from royal taxation. The flow of enormous amounts of money from the revenues of the country to the papal treasury was also disliked by them. No wonder these kings fully exploited the opportunity offered by the teachings of Luther, Wycliffe, to challenge the authority of the church with a view to strengthen their own authority in the country.
Causes. Three groups of Christians appeared. Christianity was already divided between the Orthodox East and the Catholic West, much before the 16th century. During the Reformation in the 16th century, the Catholic West further split into groups, one that remained Catholic and the other that took the new name of Protestant. An immediate and unfortunate effect of the Reformation was intolerance, which expressed itself in persecution and religious war. Instead of generating the true spirit of Christ, that is, the fatherhood of God and the brotherhood of men, the Reformation made thousands suffer on account of the religion.
Civil war broke out in Switzerland under Zwingli. In Germany, Lutheranism resulted in civil strife until the Treaty of Augsburg restored peace in 1555. In France too, civil war broke out between the Huguenots, who were Calvinists, and those who preferred Catholicism, followed by the French monarchs. Though the Reformation was religious in nature, it had far-reaching effects in all fields. Thus it helped in the shaping of the modern world, along with the other movements.